students, let's continue with the explanation. Internal fertilization takes place in hens also. Okay, so in hens also you have, although the hen lays eggs, you might ask me, now the hen is laying egg, how come internal fertilization occurs in hens? Okay, but do hens give birth to babies like human beings and cows? You know that they do not. Then how are chicks born? Let us find out. Okay, now we'll study how internal fertilization occurs in case of hens. Soon after fertilization, the zygote divides repeatedly and travels down the oviduct. As it travels down, many protective layers are formed around it. Okay, so now when you look at the hen's egg, okay, it has a hard shell. Okay, after you boil the egg, what happens? You have to remove the shell. Another white layer is there, that is the protein layer. Okay, and inside that only you will find the yolk. Okay, so it has many protective layers. Okay, so after fertilization, fertilization occurs inside the body only of hens. Okay, but after fertilization, fertilization means union of male and female gamete. The zygote divides repeatedly and travels down the oviduct. Oviduct is those were the two pipes through which, you know, the sperms come in contact with the egg in the uterus, right? So now zygote, what happens? It divides repeatedly and travels down the oviduct. Okay, as it travels down, many protective layers are formed around it. So many layers will be formed around the zygote after it travels down the oviduct. Okay, the hard shell that you see in a hen's egg is one such protective layer. The hard shell that we see, okay, when we eat the egg, that is the protective layer. After the hard shell is formed around the developing embryo, the hen finally lays the egg. So fertilization occurs inside the body, but the chicks are born outside the body. Okay, the hen, it lays the egg. Okay, after fertilization occurs, after the egg is covered by the hard shell only, then only the hen will lay the egg. Okay, the embryo takes about 3 weeks to develop into a chick. So after it has laid the egg, immediately the baby doesn't, you know, come out, isn't it? Immediately the chick doesn't come out. So the hen has to sit on top of the egg. That means it has to keep the egg warm. Okay, because inside still the development keeps on occurring. Okay, so because the embryo takes 3 weeks to develop, you must have seen the hen sitting on the eggs to provide sufficient warmth. So it will provide warmth to the egg so that inside the embryo develops. Okay, inside the egg the embryo develops. It takes almost 3 weeks. After 3 weeks only the chicks are born. So if you have to eat the eggs, immediately after the hens lay the egg, you have to bring the eggs out. Okay, and then you have to sell it in the market, because once the chicks are born out of the egg, there is no point of selling the egg, isn't it? Because all the yolk part and all will develop into the chick. Okay, so the embryo, it will develop completely. The egg is nothing but the embryo. When it comes out of the hen's body, it is the embryo. Okay, so that has to develop into a chick. So before that occurs, you have to sell the eggs in the market. Okay, otherwise after the chicks are born, nothing will remain inside the egg except the shell. Okay, did you know that the development of the chick takes place inside the eggshell during this period? After the chick is completely developed, it bursts open the eggshell. This I think you must have seen, how the chicks comes out of the eggshell, isn't it? It bursts the eggshell open and it comes out. Okay, so before that you need to sell the eggs in the market if you want to eat the eggs, or if you are running a business or anything, which is done in the farms. Okay, once the hens will lay the egg, they will bring out the eggs for selling in the market. Otherwise the chicks will be born, and after the chicks are born, there is no use of the egg. Okay, yeah, so now we come to the next topic, that is viviparous and oviparous animals. We have learnt that some animals give birth to young ones while some animals lay egg which later develop into young ones, isn't it? Like human beings or cows, cats and dogs directly give birth to the young ones. The young ones comes out of the female body. But some animals like the hen, okay, so what do? They lay the eggs. Okay, so the animals which give birth to the young ones, they are called viviparous animals. Now we fall into the category of viviparous animals because we directly give birth to the young ones. Cats, dogs, cows, they also come under the category of viviparous animals. But the birds, okay, the hens, they don't come under the category of viviparous animals, because those animals which lay eggs are called oviparous animals. So they come into the category of oviparous animals because they lay the eggs. They do not directly give birth to the young ones. Now we come to the next topic, that is young ones to adults. The new individuals which are born or hatched from the eggs continue to grow till they become adults. In some animals, the young ones may look very different from the adults. Okay, so after the eggs are laid or after the baby is born, what happens? Slowly the development of the baby takes place until they become adults. Okay, now in some, like in human beings, almost we look the same, isn't it? Like if we are in the younger stage, our height is less, okay, or maybe our weight is less, okay, but as we grow, our height increases, our weight increases, many features of our body change, but we look almost the same. That means we have 2 eyes, we have 2 hands, we have 2 feet, we have hair, we have ears. So structurally we look almost the same. But in some animals, the young ones are completely different from the adult stage. That means you can't even recognize that this particular animal will become that. Okay, you cannot even recognize. Okay, they are so different. One example is the frog. Observe the different stages of frogs starting from the egg to the adult stage. We find that there are 3 distinct stages. One is the egg stage, that is after the eggs are laid. Then comes to the tadpole stage. I don't know whether you have seen the tadpole. The tadpole looks exactly like a fish. Okay, it looks exactly like a fish, but when it develops into the adult stage, frog is completely different to look at because the size is different, the shape is different, everything is different. Okay, now tadpole, it is the second stage. It is also called the larva. It looks exactly like a fish. It has a tail, okay, like a fish. But when it becomes the adult, there is no tail. The tail vanishes. Okay, so that means completely different. So what are the stages? We have 3 stages. One is the egg stage, then the tadpole or the larva stage, and finally the adult stage. Don't the tadpoles look so different from the adults? Can you imagine that these tadpoles will become someday frogs? No. Okay, now you have studied, so you know, but those who don't know, they'll be shocked, like how come the frog is so different when it is a tadpole. Okay, similarly the caterpillar or the pupa of the silkworm looks very different from the adult moth. So silkworm life cycle, I think you remember, you had studied. So when you studied the life cycle of the silkworm, you have seen the stages. One is the egg stage, one is the larva stage. Larva stage is like a caterpillar, but when it becomes adult, it becomes a butterfly. So completely different. Okay, it has a vast difference. You must have seen such a beautiful moth emerging out of the cocoon. As I told you, the moth, it bursts open the cocoon and comes out. Okay. In the case of tadpoles, they transform into adults capable of jumping and swimming. So completely different. So when it was a tadpole, it is like a fish. But when it becomes adult frog, it will develop hands and legs. It will start jumping. So completely different. Okay. The transformation of the larva into adult through drastic changes is called metamorphosis. Very, very important. So what is metamorphosis? It is the transformation or the change of the larval stage to the adult stage. It is the change of the larva to the adult. Okay, that is called metamorphosis. Now, what about the changes we observe in our body as we grow? Do you think we undergo metamorphosis? No. Why? Because we are structurally the same. Okay, when we are a child, we are structurally the same. When we become adults, structurally we are same. Only we grow in height and weight and some features they change. Otherwise, it is completely the same. So for our case, we cannot call it metamorphosis. Or for a cow's case, or for a dog's case, or for a cat's case, you cannot call it metamorphosis because they are almost the same. But in case of a silkworm or in case of a frog, we have to call it metamorphosis because the change is very drastic. You can't even recognize that this was the larval stage and now this is the adult. Okay. So in human beings, body parts similar to those present in the adults are present from the time of birth. That is hands and legs and eyes and ears. From the time of birth we have. So it is exactly the same. Okay. Yes. So this is the life cycle of a frog. You can see these are the eggs. This is the early tadpole. That means the eggs will hatch into a tadpole like this. Then this tadpole will grow a little bigger in size like this, and this will finally become the frog. So when you look at the frog and can you look at the tadpole, can you see, do they have any kind of similarity? No. No one can say that this tadpole will become this frog, or this frog was earlier this tadpole. Because now you have studied, you know, otherwise no one can say. Okay, so this is called metamorphosis. Okay, so we'll continue with our explanation in the next class. Thank you all of you. Have a nice day.